We're going to have you kind of, shoot that way.
So we can hang out with our pals here.
That's right. Our statues. Hello. Oh, you want us to go sit together? Hello. You're in your 4th module. We're almost done. This is a long one. The last module is pretty short, but this one's probably the longest of the whole class.
But the last one's short, so
yeah,
you do have that.
Yeah, so this will go from 1,000 to 1,300. From my perspective, we're going to be talking about, right away, 1054, the Great Schism. We've been talking about the differences between East and West and how they've tried to hang together as far as the church is concerned. But this is the time where kind of the differences have gotten to be too much and they're going to split apart. So that's going to start us off right away in this module. The other main things on my part is the Mendicant orders, the rise of the Mendicant orders, St. Francis, who's the other guy? Oh, Dominic, St. Dominic. And both of them are going to be pretty important in this chapter. You're going to find out what a Mendicant order is. It's a new order versus monasticism, which we've been studying. So it's a new kind of take on religious life. The other thing about activities in this chapter, just to give you a heads up, and you'll see it on this first page when you scroll down, but there is a call to action, which is a Franciscan activity, which you're going to need 5 days for to practice, okay? And there's a little video that'll tell you all about that.
Okay, sounds like fun. Is there a little schism? Or just a...
No, just a great schism. Later there is what we consider a Western schism, but that's outside of the time frame we're studying, so.
Okay. For me, in this module, we are going to look at Gothic architecture. So we will see the changes from the Romanesque, the Roman style, to a style that has more pointed arches as everything starts to move up. So it's the reaching of the spirit toward human enlightenment, growth, God. Everything is a move upward, including my hands. Okay, so put them behind me and I'll talk with my hands here. We will also look at advances in technologies, whether that's agricultural technologies, scientific technologies, medical technologies. All these things affect population growth, affect how people interact and learn. And so we also see the formations of, or beginnings of, a modern Europe. So with the various little wars taking place, things start forming the central pockets of countries that will evolve into countries that we know as the European countries today. And so part of that's going to tie in with the Crusades and
the Crusades is another big one that she mentioned. So, you kind of thought maybe at the Battle of Tours that Martel stopped the movement of the Muslim faith in that area, but these battles still continue. And we'll talk about the Crusades probably aren't exactly what they've always been pictured to be. So when you study them, you'll get a better understanding of it. From my perspective, too, that ties in with that is the Inquisition. And that we're going to be studying that right at the end. Again, the Inquisition is not a wonderful time in the life of Christianity, but it's also been painted a lot worse than what it was, if that makes sense. But you're going to see that it was really, again, about heresy, that people were worried about, the things that were being taught, preached. And so the church comes in and they really don't have the power to punish. That's part of the civil, but they worked in conjunction with the civil state or kingdoms to say whether this person really was a heretic or not, and then they would turn him over to the civil. So I think we kind of mixed that up. We think it was all church, but they worked in conjunction with civil authorities because they didn't have the authority to do anything else. And we'll talk more about that when we get to it.
The Inquisition's right in time for Halloween. So
yeah, that's right.
Tie in there. We like things to be current with modern life. And one last piece I'll add in is courtly love. So you can't talk about the Crusades without dealing with its other more civil side too, which in both meanings of the word civil, and that is courtly love. The idea of the romance, the flowering of the platonic love affair, and of course the poetry and the stories that come out of that. So it should be a fun module, I think.
Yeah, and we are on location, as you can tell, once again. We are at Rosary Cathedral in downtown Toledo, not too far from Mercy College. why we're here is because at the end of this module, things have changed a bit. We're not going to have you do an integration paper, but you're going to be doing a cathedral project, a kind of an application, an understanding of all the things that we've studied tied in to this structure, architecture, music, life of the saints, those kinds of things. So your final project in this module is you're going to be watching videos inside the cathedral with the rector. You're going to be seeing different pictures. And Holly and I put an assessment together of questions that you need to look at, write on as you go through this assignment.
It's like a tour or a pilgrimage of the church inside the pilgrimage of the module. So.
Right. Is there anything else about the assessment itself that
No, pretty straightforward. Just submit it as a Word document to us, and it's appropriate. Dropbox.
Okay.
And it should be okay.
Okay, I'm going to take the video camera. No, I'm not going to take the video camera. Jim's running it. Is there anything you want to say about music? No. He's just waking up this morning, so he's not going to say anything about music. But there's music in this
Troubadours.
Troubadours.
There we go.
That's part of the
Troubadours.
partly loved tradition in some ways too. So
that's right.
Standing in for Jim. Enjoy the music part of the module.
That's right. Yeah, and we'll see you after this module's over. Keep it up. You're almost done. Blessings.